Greetings and salutations, everyone. Hello, I'm Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole. And I actually have to restart the game again because of things. So you're just gonna have to wait a second. No, that's fine. Oh, great. There's a little bit of excitement, and right, let me just close out of that, and then I think I need to. Can I just exit? You'll have. There's a. Okay, that's very exciting. We have to restart the game. It's just a thing. This is some of the what do you call it? The consequences of a computer implosion is just what it is. Hey everybody. So also I have a. You know what? Hello Atomica. I'm gonna just pop out chat, and I'm gonna probably miss you a little bit. Here we go, everybody. Hey. How is everyone? Let me move this so that I can see you all in a good way as opposed to in a lack of a good way. Hi. Hi. All right, while we're here, I'm going to restart again and hope all this goes well. Hi. Ooh. Oh. Well, there's just ignore that. We're gonna. So, how are you all? What do you? I have got things going on that I feel like you'll want to know about. Some of which you'll want to know about. Some of which I don't know. You'll know about later. This is okay. Hi. So today we're playing Long Dark, but we are. You saw no notification? Oh, you're doing Session 0 stuff with a Fate sci-fi game. Nice. Nice. I hope you like your new belt. Hey, you know what though? I'm just gonna say, you're going down! Hawkeye. You're going down! You're a bit under the weather today. Oh, you work... Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I want to know why... see, there should be... Look, I'm having a control problem. Back. What I... enable gamepad. That's good. So, my friends... This is what you get. This is what you get. So are we going full kayfabe then? Just only like mini kayfabe, just a little, just only like enough kayfabe for like the most fun ever. So great. Look, you are hanging out with me at this very moment that I'm dealing with the aftermath of my computer exploding on me. Well, it didn't really explode, but I feel like you know what I mean. We're gonna just restart Steam, and then hopefully that will do it for us. One hopes. I'll tell you, brother. Speaking of wrestling, so, excitement that never ends well. Krellin. Sometimes excitement doesn't end well. That is true. So here's the thing that you may or may not know. I had a driver that would allow my Xbox controller to be seen by the computer, but that driver I installed like 80,000 years ago, and apparently you don't need that sort of a thing in the modern era, so we may not need it, but we might. If this doesn't work, then I'll just try to swap out a different controller and see how that goes. Mm-hmm. See, I gotta tell you, folks. It's all right. It's all right. We've got options. Um, you think you pinch a nerve in your back just before I turn 40 because old body is old. Oh no. I have the hunter's mark now, so we move against the other factions. Wah, ah, ah, ah. I don't know if you know this, but I'm causing trouble. Or trouble is being caused, and I happen to be there in the Grappler's Keep is a thing. The newer Xbox Pro controllers are very computer friendly. Yeah, this is a 360 controller. So we're going to... that's what we're going to do. We're going to see if my PS4 controller will work. I don't know if this will be the case, but we're going to see if it will. Let's see what we can do. Look, you and I, we're all hanging out together, experimenting. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Now, that wasn't what I wanted. Because that is now turning on the PS4, which is not what I wanted. But I feel like, is it options? Here, no, you need to go be quiet. Sorry, we're hanging out with controllers right now. Hey, Phantom Roll Booth, how are you? Let's see if I do, what might it be? It's probably... Oh, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's PS4 business. Speaking of which, your new PS4 controller came to... Oh, nice. Oh, see, hanging out with controllers is really good. That said, I am clearly going to have to turn off the PS4 because it just came on, but I can't see it. Here we go. Let me just turn off the PS4. That'll be great. Let's just go. Look, this is the life. This is the life that we're dealing with at the moment. All right, QuickTime Player. Let me see if maybe options will do it. Does or maybe share? I wonder what is the Bluetooth button for this control. You know what? I can. You're in a college with students. Message your students in their student kitchen. You control it. No, the problem is that the problem is my life when it comes to this. My problem is, let's see, which of these many. That one's too short. Which of these many controllers do I have that may help with this situation? Right? Not controllers, cords. You know what? We're gonna chat. We're gonna chat together about all of the things while I look this up. Oh, actually, no, I can just use this one. We're gonna try this. We don't know if this will do it for us, but what if we plug in directly? Maybe it will be recognized. Let's see. By the way, thank you all for hanging out with me. This is all about the excitement of learning which strange little things do and do not work at any given time after rebuilding your computer. Let's try. I wonder if we'll just see what happens. We'll see. Well, maybe I might have had to. Wait. Steam would like to control this. Open system preferences. Wait, there was a thing. I think I had it. Your soul exit your body like that Astral 7 Doctor Strange. I think I have a thing here that will let me get where I need to be. So, okay, hold on. So, accessibility. We have a thing, Steam. Oh, give me a second. All right. So part of what I did, by the way, was I also opened up a new I upgraded to the new OS, by the way, at the same time. So this is both like a new OS as well as having to fix my computer from death. So we're going to see. We might be there. Actually, I wonder. I wonder if I can use my old Xbox controller now. We'll see. So, by the way, how's everybody doing? We have so much. One of the most fraught moments of my teaching life was when a student asked after class whether I was a Twitch streamer. Oh, that's why your soul entered your body? Um, here's the thing about that. Okay, alright. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. We've got things happening. Can I go back to the Xbox controller? We shall see. Hold on. There's possibilities. And then we can talk about stuff. Alright. Are you now connected? Because I feel like you should be. No, yes, no, yes. We're gonna, do I want, no, don't ask that. Not now. Okay. One more time. If it, we've got signs of life happening. Okay. If it is loud, I will turn it down. Your volume is my command. I'm here, like, because I have my own volume control. You've got to let me know what works for you. I think the last time we were on, I think people were like, I think it's too low. So, all right, here we go. Back to our library. This is and go. Now we'll see. Now we will see how it works. I feel like what we've just learned is that we've got to go back to this one. And yep, that's it. We got it. It looks like my Xbox 360 controller is not having joy with it's not having joy is what I'm trying to tell you. So we'll just note that for future reference. Yeah. Yeah. I will just. Oh, well, you can't hear anything right now. There's no sound happening at the moment. Hey, Valtiel, how are you? I've had followers watch an entire 3-hour stream, like 10 people. Then afterwards, have they like, that was a fun stream, but why was it muted? All right, you should hear things now. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, now you can't. You should hear things back again. It's a game controller, not a joystick. That's right, it gives me no joy. Okay, so what I have been told is that maybe, by the way, I've never played The Long Dark with a PS4 controller, and I don't know what that's going to be like and how it's going to make me feel. So, oh, hey, guess what? You're seeing the wrong thing. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Give me a second. I want, that's what I want. Boom. Boom. Ta-da. Okay. We're in, and we can hang out. We can hang out. And I can tell you things, it'll be awesome. Let's see. It turned out the tip-off for the student was that I had a good mic, and B, knew how to use Zoom. Incredibly low bars, I thought, until assessment. Oh, Phantom Roll Booth. Phantom Roll Booth. That's a dead giveaway. You know how to use Zoom, and you have a good mic, also maybe good lighting. Dead giveaway that you're a Twitch streamer. Because I have also seen some of my fellow professors where you're like, oh, why are you in a cave? Also, what is happening? Yeah, no. Okay, so let him play Pong and a Nintendo. So give a no CR how late you're streaming. How late are you streaming? Well, I'm probably gonna stream until, I don't know, 9:30-ish, because I have got assets to create for tomorrow, which is one of the things I wanted to talk about. We're gonna talk about some stuff. test pattern. Boop. So tomorrow we are not having the premiere of Kolos because of a variety of things out there. So I'm going to be playing The Wretched, which is it's going to be going solo. Going solo, I'll be playing The Wretched, which is a really neat sort of RPG. Did I add it here? I don't think I did. That's fine. So it's a solo RPG where it's basically like as if you were Ripley and you've like ejected the alien from the ship, but then that's where the game starts. Except the alien is not dead. The alien's like on the outside of your ship trying to get in, and you're in the ship, and like there are problems. And so so that is what I'm going to be doing tonight, is making assets for that. Make sure I got like, all the good stuff to get ready for it. And Trooper, I have a planned schedule life. Ah! Oh, Atomica, we could talk about that. We could talk about that. So hardcore. But guess what? So, in order to play The Wretched, they say it'll take only 30 minutes. I don't believe them, because I've met me. So we'll see how long the stream goes. But in order to play, you need like a deck of cards, you need some tokens, you need some dice, and you need a Jenga tower. And I bought a Jenga tower a while ago because I wanted to play The Wretched on stream. But then I thought, how am I going to do it? And then I thought, remember when I upgraded my camera to like the nice camera? But before then I was using the Logitech C922. Well, I busted it back out again so that I can place it and I can maybe put, you can't see this right now, but I'm going to put the Jenga tower right over here and I'll have a little camera on it so we can have like Jenga tower moments. I'm very excited about getting this setup done, but that's what I'm going to do tonight so we can have our going solo tomorrow, which will be a nice horror game, and I'm very excited for it. So you can get see what I can get going on. I'm pretty excited. Yes. Let's see. Is it installed through Steam? Oh, Atomica. It is now. Before I had this is all about rebuilding my computer post implosion. You know what I mean? That's what, and I can give you an update on that. So, you don't like beer, damn it. No, I don't like beer either. I sing for me, Trooper, before you go too far down the rabbit hole. I will. I'm gonna sing all over the place. Yes, good. It's a good reason to keep the old webcam around, apart from having a backup. Absolutely. And now, you know what though? Here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna sing "We're in the Money," sung by Ginger Rogers from the film Gold Diggers, 1933. But so also, I'm gonna sing it in Pig Latin, because why wouldn't I do that? Of course I would do that. That's what I would do. That's what it's all about. It's all about Pig Latin. So, to thank Atomica for those bits, but also Hawkeye for a thing that'll be a surprise. I've got things to do. Don't worry about it. I'm going to tell you about it. Steam is pretty good about switching controllers, was why I was asked if you need to use a PS4 No, I'm using the PS4 controller now. But I tried the Xbox 360 controller and it wasn't registering. So the Xbox 360 that I have, which is what I normally use the 360 when I'm playing through Steam, but it stopped. It is not currently recognizing it, so I'll have to trouble. But it did pick up the PS4, so that at least has given us some goodness. That is a joy. But as I was saying, Irway and hey the anime, Irway and hey the anime. Iwe at gele at we eggs to ute at gele young way. Irway and hey the anime. Ede ice skates are on say. Old man did the ocean pray, ooh yare ooh dre you a stay on way young ray. Iwe ever eat red lay on say, elfway at Brian say, ute day. And we see the and the order look left, the eye gear in the eye. We're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Thank you for those bits, Atomica. Thank you. Y'all. The name game. Come on, everybody. Hey, you know what? I just had a thought. I want to just check something, if you don't mind, because I am now curious. Before I finish this name game, I just want to check something. I want to make sure that I'm on the alert box that I want to be on. I am. Good. So I am. We're good. We're good. I was just like, wait. I didn't hear that message. And so is something wrong? But it looks like everything is fine. So as I was saying, hey, Drenbar, brilliant. Rosemary Clooney. Oh, Drenbar. I love Rosemary Clooney so much. And actually, one of the songs that I sing is "Come On to My House" by Rosemary Clooney, which I do that for raids. I do that for raids and hosts. I do the "Come On to My House" because that's what I do. You know what I mean? Because it's a "Come On to My House." Because when somebody raids, right, then you say, "Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything." Because isn't that what you want when you raid? That's what I want when I raid. I just want Rosemary Clooney. I don't want Rosemary Clooney because I think she's dead. I meant I want Rosemary Clooney's music in my life. That's what I feel like. And Dripper was like, yeah. Okay, so as I was saying, the name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F on M will appear. And then I say Bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Rissa, Bobissa, banana, fanner, fofissa, fee, fi, mo, missa. Rissa, and then also last week, Valtiel, Bobaltiel, banana, fanner, fofaltiel, fee, fi, mo, maltiel. Valtiel, Volpes, banana, fanner, fofopes, fee, fi, mo, mopes. Volpes also Prax resub last Friday. Praxagorismophoria, Bobaxagorismophoria, fee, fi, banana, fanner, Faxagorismophoria. Wait. First say Bo, then Tony with a B, then banana, fanner, fo. Wait. Tony, Boboni, banana, fanner, fofoni, fee, fi, momoni. Okay. Praxagorismophoria, Bobaxagorismophoria, banana, fanner, Faxagorismophoria, fee, fi, momaxagorismophoria, Praxagorismophoria, Atomica, banana, fanner, fofatomica, fee, fi, momatomica. Atomica, Hawkeye, Buckeye, banana, fanner, Buckeye, fee, fi, momakai. Hawkeye, the name game. I got you all. Nice. So excited about that. Hawkeye says, you live in Clooney County? No way. Trooper the Romantic Necromancer, Tales of Dirt and Lipstick. Ooh, I would love Ghost Candy. Speaking of Ghost Candy, awesome song, amazing artist, great song to dance to. Oh my gosh, Drenbar, that is a great song to dance to. Absolutely. Also, remind me later to figure out why my 360 controller is not working. If it's just a 360, then maybe I just got to go and get a different controller. That'll be fine. Yeah, Rosemary Clooney, she was good. You know that song? Did you know? I don't know if you knew this. You probably did know this. But "Come On to My House" was actually written by Armenians, like by two brothers who are Armenian, which I feel like is a pretty exciting thing. Yeah, Nick's dad was a TV anchor and ran for a house seat. Oh. By the way, in case you're interested, I didn't put this. So I put out the after action report that I put out a Patreon letter just the other day, and that's It's not Patreon exclusive. Like anybody can hear it because, you know, why not? But I forgot to mention that I bought I got a pedal, a Stream Deck pedal, and I'm using it right now so that I can swap between chat and game without using my hands, which I think is pretty cool. I really should use it to make little markers so I can do. I could use it more, but you know, I'm not. Yes, I knew that because I looked at the Wikipedia article for the song like 3 minutes ago. Krellin also has a harpsichord in it, which is very cool. Oh, they're originally from Maysville? Ooh. Hey, where are we right now? Oh, hey. We are... Why are we... Oh, we're tired, aren't we? So, by the way, this is the Long Dark, which we are playing. And we are, I think, tired. Can we sleep? We can sleep. We're just going to go and sleep. Why didn't I sleep before I... hey, why didn't I sleep before I quit the game? What's wrong with me? I like to wake up well rested, but it's fine. We'll just find a place to sleep, and then we'll just, you know, sleep a little bit, and then we'll keep talking about all this stuff. That's what we'll do, which I feel like is a good thing. Did you also know that one of those Armenians was David Seville of the album The Chipmunks? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's so cool. Huh. It's a good song. Okay, look at this. We wake up. It's clearly super dark out, which is maybe not the best. But
this gear's starting to slow me down.
Or you could relax. We'll go and we'll drink water. Because I feel like we're like good with water. Maybe we'll see if we have any kind of food we can eat. And I feel good about our life right now. I mean, I don't feel good about how dark it is. No, look at this. This is great. We've got meat and we'll just eat some fresh. Look, we're in a great position right now in this game. Ross Bagdasarian. Oh. Yeah, we're in a really good position right now. I mean, it is dark. I feel like we should save since everything is so good. So just a side note to let you know where we're at. And it's interesting because we're talking about my computer implosion. My computer imploded and I had to wipe the hard drive and then reinstall the OS. But I had to also upgrade the OS. So I couldn't migrate my old information from the old backup to the computer. Also because something was wrong in there. So I didn't want to bring it over. So I'm now bringing over one by one each piece of software, of which I have a lot of software. So I've only moved over like about a third of my software so far, but they're like little things I haven't finished moving over, and like not all the old like plugins and extensions have been moved over yet. So I play and then I find out, oh well, look at that. That's a thing that's not working yet. So I'm just dealing with all of that little stuff, and I'm trying to preserve things like library preferences, all like the actual files, right? Like all of like my Word files and all that kind of stuff I still have. They're not undead. But the other things are not doing as, you know, are it's the little things. It's the little things. And I'm sort of just dealing with that right now. So you're reading through Sci-Fi Rules and you're suddenly missing Teddy. Oh, Teddy, I've got Teddy. Teddy's right. You can't see Teddy, but I've got Teddy right over there. I miss Teddy too. Drummer says, darn, now I need to listen to Come On to My House and This'll House, 2 class. Oh, yeah. The latter was Swedified and got very popular, but really? Ooh. Oh, you know, by the way, Drenbar, you're from Sweden, right? So, you know Harang, the swing dance camp? A friend of mine goes there all the time. It's like a big Harang person. You know, just a thing. Okay, so look, we've got a bunch of cured gut and wolf pelts and things like that, which look really great, and I would love to keep them with me, but I'm afraid that maybe... also, I don't know how to use the controls. No, oh, here we go. Sorry, I was like, what will bring up the things? Where am I at? I am a little over encumbered, so that is a true statement. I would like to carry everything with me but I don't know if they're going to take things away from us. There are a lot of things information I don't have There's a lot of information I don't have. So, oh hey, you know what we can do? I got it. We have gotten some things that have been ruined. What we'll do is we will harvest and repair all of our clothing, and that'll do stuff for us. And we'll make a new hat. I've got it. Except that we don't have what? We don't have enough cloth. Interesting. Do we have any cloth? Why don't we have cloth? That seems inappropriate. Why did season 2 never happen? Hooray. Yeah. The author of Come On My House was a Pulitzer and Oscar-winning author, William Soren. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's very cool. By the way, not asking for details if the answer is a Rodney Dangerfield collar adjustment. Well, wait. Season 2 wait. Why did season 2 of what never happen? Of what? Why did season 2 of what never happen? Atomica. Oh, I know. Yes. Purloin Code. Hey, yo, Prax, you missed your name game. I just think it didn't happen because of scheduling. You know, that's, I've got to tell you, scheduling is the bane of all existences. By the way, you know what we're going to do right now? We're going to, so we don't have any extra cloth. And we need extra cloth, so that is something we should note, that we need more cloth. And I feel like there was cloth over in those other buildings, but I suppose we're going to leave them, right? Do you think, well, here's a question. Do you think they'll let us get back out here? Do you think that when we leave this place, they will let us, the inmates will let me hide your items out of sight? Okay. Here we go. Sorry, we've learned something right now. We've learned that apparently they will take all of our stuff. Cool. Hold on. Let's go back inside that building, shall we? And then let's close the door, and then let's hide all of our stuff. If this is a thing, this is apparently a thing. So we're going to hide all of our stuff because we don't want it confiscated. I feel like we've just learned something really important. What do you think we can take with us and what do you think we can't? Do you know what I mean? Like, here, let's move everything to the container. Other than what I'm wearing and this gun. They're going to confiscate my stuff, y'all. I hate that. I don't want my stuff confiscated. I want to keep all my stuff. Well, you know. Also, it's really dark. And I can't see anything anymore. Why am I such a ridiculous person? Here, we're gonna get at least some light things. Yeah. The schedule is the ultimate big bad evil bad guy. We will talk about that. You became a big fan of those players, but I'm slowly falling away from them. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Scheduling is the doors of real life. You need to let go of your attachments if you want to achieve nirvana. But can you just achieve... All right, let's see. I need to get a torch or some such, because I feel like I had some means of lighting my way. And if I have... Oh, wait. I need medication, though, right? Or do I still need that? Do I not need that? I feel like I had special medication that I would use. Fire. Note where you cannot just achieve nirvana without attachments. Dave Grohl won't allow it. I suppose that's true. I suppose that is fair. Here we go. Let me just take one of these boxes of matches. Just one. And with this box of matches, I'm going to just light this match because it's very dark. And I would like to see what's happening. There we go. Look at that. Okay. Is there any other place that I can store this gun, because I really feel like that is not a thing that should be confiscated from me. Oops. Oh. I don't have any more matches. Oh yeah, the song is old. What am I supposed? I'm supposed to take medication, but I don't know if the medication is like medication that doesn't sit in my inventory or not, because it doesn't look like it's here, right? Like I think I have like special medication that doesn't count. By the way, this locker will not hold all the stuff that I have, and I have a gun that I clearly cannot keep on me because they will take it. Let's see, what can we do? Well, we can... It's not going to fit. I need to dump, like... Oh, you know what? I might be able to go and pull, like, one or two heavy things and then just put them on the floor. Right? I feel like that might be... Oh, I had a thought about something. And that thought is, what if I... Oh, I certainly don't need that fresh wolf pelt. That can go on the ground. I was thinking that maybe I could... I had a word. And I don't remember what it was now. I don't remember. Just Charlton Heston them. Tell them they can pry the gun for your adult head. Yeah, I should. That always works. The oldest version I heard was from Leadbelly, and it's this beautiful thing. That's this haunting feeling. Oh, nice. Trooper is the sort of person to say, all my stuff doesn't fit in this locker. Clearly the locker is too small. Yeah. Okay, so we are... Do I actually... Here's a question. Do I actually have... Do I have a sewing kit? I do not know the answer to that question, but if I do, maybe I can... I do have a sewing kit. Look, maybe what I can do is repair some kind of clothing that I have, and if I repair the clothing, that will just get rid of some stuff. You know, like, I'm just trying to think about what I can do here. Like, maybe these boots. Yeah, I will repair those boots. As long as your only hand should be fine. It does always work. Unfortunately, sometimes the way it works is by them making your hands dead and cold. Yeah. Maybe they should be less confident about that. You know. Did you know? Hello, Baltiel. Did you know that I met Charlton Heston in person? I met him in person. He. Oh, by the way, you know what I can do? I just thought about this. I can. There's cloth in there, and I think I can take the cloth as well, and then I can just repair my pants. Look, I'm just trying to go and like save space before it, so that's 69. That's 56, so we'll do that one. Repair. That's what we got. Isn't a sewing kit mandatory everywhere? I think so. Is he not one of the cowboys in the, who? Oh, Charlton Heston? I think probably. Oh, you know what I put everything I own in this locker, and now I need it again. This is what I'm trying to say. Let me just take the water. This is so awkward not having everything on my person. Just want to note it. Just for the record. Okay, and I'll grab a little bit of this food, I suppose. Because I can eat the cattail stalks. What I'm doing right now is trying to save enough space that, you know, I can put my gun in there because like they're gonna try to like confiscate my stuff, which is not at all what I want. That would make me sad. Right. So what I wanted to tell you was I met Charlton Heston, and I was in high school, and I was doing a what do you call it? I think I can move. I was doing a Shakespeare competition, and in the Shakespeare competition, I feel like I've run out of space. Well, we're gonna drop the things we can drop on the. I don't know if we can drop water, can we? Awkward. I don't know, but we will see what we can do. Let's drop the cured leather. Oop. And this wolf pelt, which we can use later. I really don't want to drop this water, but I don't even know what happens if you do drop the water. Well, we'll find out. Well, okay. We dropped it. We're gonna leave. We're gonna save. I met Charlton Heston. Atomic says, speaking of old movies, the original Planet of the Apes movie has one of my favorite moments of all film comedy. You damn dirty ape? Oh yeah, he was Moses. All right, so I was doing a Shakespeare competition in high school, and one of the judges was Charlton Heston. And the thing about Charlton Heston is that he has a giant skull. Like he was like a guest or whatever. He did like a sonnet. It was like a sonnet and monologue competition. And he has a really large skull.
Wow. Shit. You made it.
I made it.
I guess you're tougher than you look.
I found stuff to help the warden. Medical supplies.
Yeah. You'd better get in there to see him.
Yeah.
He doesn't look too good.
I also
But
was...
first, you gotta let me frisk you.
Sure, I don't have anything on me.
Mathis would have my balls if I let you sneak a knife in here.
I don't have a knife. I was really starting to ask if it was his own skull that was large, or if he just had a procured giant skull from... Oh, hey, we're in chapter 2. No, like, have you ever met people who have really large skulls? Like, larger than normal people's skulls? Like, they look like... Do you know what I'm talking about? There are people who have very large skulls.
Who the hell are you?
Relax. I'm your neighbor in cell 15.
Oh, yeah. Mathis' pilot.
I cleaned you up the best I could.
Do you know what I'm talking
You
about?
might have a broken rib. Maybe more.
Have you met people with really large
Mathis
skulls?
opened up a couple of bad cuts on you, so I stitched them up. Gave you a shot of antibiotics. Hopefully that'll prevent serious infection.
They're talking.
Thanks. You seem to know a fair bit of first aid.
Well, I'm married.
Oh.
I know a doctor.
Oh, are you still married, or have you divorced or not?
I get hurt a lot.
He's still wearing his wedding ring.
Mathis, I'm not surprised.
By the way.
Oh, Mathis is no friend of mine.
We'd better hurry before the guards come back.
Oh,
There's
okay.
something I need to tell you about the prison.
What?
I'm listening.
Solitary. It's on its own locking circuits, separate from the rest of the prison.
Okay.
Mathis and his guys, they haven't figured that out yet.
But when they do...
When they do, they'll get Donner out, and there will be hell to pay.
Okay.
They blame you for Donner?
Mathis thinks I used some kind of override to keep Donner locked in there, even when the rest of the cells went haywire.
Well, did you?
Nope.
No, I can't figure it out. But someone is out there messing with the system.
I know. I was on the phone with her.
Messing with Mathis. And
know.
keeping Donner inside.
I know, but I
I might have an idea of who it is.
You
Random.
see someone out there?
No.
Not saw, but I talked to someone on the phone.
That's what I said.
Right. The old rotary phone system would still work. Redundancy for when the sad phone goes down.
Right.
Shit, they're coming back. Get back in your cell.
You gonna be okay?
Just don't let them find you in here.
I have thoughts about electricity.
If you get to talk to whoever was on the phone again, do whatever they ask. Because right now, they are the only thing keeping us all alive.
Pressure?
Think we can trust him?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
That's, I don't know about that. Didn't they? Okay, well, whatever. Just get in your cell. It's fine. And then we'll talk about it. I want to talk to chat about stuff. You know, I've got things to talk about with them.
Hey, how'd that happen?
Wow. Yeah. Must be glitchy.
Uh-oh.
These idiots think I'm a fool. They don't think I can figure out what happened here.
Oh, okay.
But they were too chicken shit to take care of the warden themselves.
So you
And
know
sent
everything.
you out into the cold to do their dirty work.
Krell says, I'm not sure.
And you,
I know what you're talking about.
risking your life to save a guy you
Trooper,
don't even
which makes
know.
me so much
What
more person with a
fucking
large
Boy
skull.
Scout.
That's me.
Or you've never seen anybody with a really large
You
skull.
still don't get it. Don't you see that in this new world, Mackenzie, Boy Scouts will be the first to die?
Oh, well.
And yet, here I am.
Well, smartass, if you're gonna make yourself useful, you're gonna make yourself useful to me.
I see.
Am I?
You don't...
Yes.
Do not antagonize
You
him.
are.
And why am I gonna do that?
Oh, come on.
Well,
Mackenzie, the guy's a sociopath.
because
He's gonna punch you now.
Hard case. Right.
get back out there, pilot.
What?
Go find out what's wrong with this place.
What do you mean?
What do you have in mind?
Well, obviously there's something wrong with the power.
Obviously.
Though he's been no help, a map in the warden's office shows this place has its own power plant, so go check it out. Give me some power, so I can open the gates to solitary.
Yeah, but
Right. Power. Solitary.
there's a whole thing.
Got it.
Like,
And Mackenzie,
oh, go ahead.
Yes.
Punch me, go ahead.
don't dawdle. Or the warden gets it for real this time.
You know, I have, you know, what? At least I get to have my stuff back. I mean, there's that. I don't know how I feel about all this. I just, oh, hey,
Mathis said to give you this.
what? Why can't you just hand it to me like a regular
That
person?
doesn't look like a coat.
That's cause it isn't. It's a bit of a map. Shows the way to the dam. Looks like you can just follow the power lines or something.
It's cold out here. I won't find the dam if I freeze before I get there.
Do I look like a guy who gives a shit? You don't want to freeze out here? Then get moving.
But Krell's like, have you met Mackenzie? Of course he's going to antagonize the villain, even if Mathis never asked for this. Yeah. Okay, so, real quick.
Bastards. At least this map looks real enough.
Cool. I'm going to save, because chat wants to tell me things, and I want to hear what chat has to say. So, we're going to do that right now. Follow the high voltage power lines. That's the... What is this? That's the power plant. That's cool. And we are here, which is also cool. Or not. And there's a cache there. So we should probably go and deal with that. But first, I want to see what chat has to say. All right. In Conquest of POTA, Caesar's building his army, Planet of the Apes. and the apes are bringing him weapons. One brings him a knife, and he gets the apes to cheer as he shows it off. The next gives him a pistol, same result. Then the third gives him a wooden cooking spoon. Caesar gives him a look of like, oh, sweet Jesus. Then cheers it anyways, just to keep appearances, and the ape is all happy. He did a good job. For some reason, that moment always just cracks me up. I wanted to say something about Pound of the Apes. Iceman says, if you have a home class for 3 years, wait, Ice Bunny, hold on, you should be a regular Ice Bunny. Reg add Ice Bunny 101. Oh, maybe you're old Ice Bunny. There you go. You can post links, Ice Bunny. Or I don't know if I did or not. Because Ice Bunny changed her name. So it was like a thing. So I just lost that message. Where was I? Okay. Is it one of those flat mortarboard style hats? No. Actually, you do kind of look like a guy that gives a shit. Maybe you should have looked at that. Maybe, yeah. Yes. So, Nightbutt is an ass. Can Mac get back to his stash? See, that's a good question. I'm hoping that his stash is still in that locker, because that would be great. I would like that very much. So, when I say large heads, I mean the skull looks really big. Like, it's a kind of skull you think, I bet you could keep all of your wisdom teeth and some more. Like, it looks just like an ancient skull. Some people have very large heads. Tony Robbins has a big head. Oh, see, I mean, just some people have like really large heads. And I don't mean just like, oh, they have a large hat size, but like their entire skull is large. And this is not an insult. It's just sort of interesting, because I wonder why some people have really large skulls, but like not normal size large skulls, but like really large skulls. And I don't know the answer to that question, but I'm super interested. When I say a large head, I mean this. I don't just mean like, oh, like, no, I mean like the like jaw, like the whole skull, not just like tiny bits. I didn't think you're about to launch a chronology, right? No. Like, I'm not talking about the bumps on the head. I just mean, I was like, are you Cro-Magnon? Like, what's going on? Where did your skull come from? That's all. And it's not bad, because one of my high school teachers had a very large skull, and Charlton Heston, very large skull. Also, kind of big for their body. Oh, they have a condition called hydrocephalus. No, not Elephant Man. Not an Elephant Man thing. They just have like big heads. My skull is not big, but it's thick enough that I knocked someone out when I tried to headbutt me at a bar once. I may be correct. Maybe it's useful. Hey, because also the thing is, apparently Neanderthals and Homo sapiens lived at the same time, right? So they were both alive at the same time in history. So that's interesting at some point in time. So, I mean, I don't know these things, but maybe there's something interesting going on there. There are people with a percentage of that old DNA, and that old DNA is Cthulian, is what I'm trying to tell you. It is Cthulian DNA. That's what I'm trying to say. It's deep ones. The old DNA is deep ones. They're deep ones. They're all a bunch of Whateleys. No, not when I tried. When they tried, it was not my idea. No, that's fair. That's fair. Yes. So, okay, we have that, right? I think we're good. Was there something else I feel like I wanted to share something with you all, and it wasn't, oh, hey, guess what? I got a new mouse. Whoop. Got a new mouse. And it's like a little magic wand mouse that it's got a little trackball on it. It's got like the left and right button there, left click, right click, and it's got a little scroll wheel, and then that scroll, and then like little left and right buttons, and like a little, like it's got like a whole little I'm wanting to see if it's like ergonomic and exciting. Is what I'm experimenting with. That's not a mouse. That's the nunchuck controller for the Wii. Hey, that would be. And as Skeptic notes, it's probably really good for your wrists, and that is why I got it, because I was like, oh, I bet this will be really good for my wrists. Speaking of which, I should probably see if I have clothing on or not. Is there anything weird? I heard weirdness, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh, hey, the door's open. Did I not close it behind me last time? Let's just close this door, why don't we? Because, hey, look! All of our stuff is still here, so that's really good. I feel great about that. And this is good, y'all. This is good. We've got, unfortunately, the wolf pelt is not, none of that stuff is cured yet, and I would really like it to be, but let's just take everything.
I might have to drop some gear.
Might you? Or maybe you don't have to, and you just relax about it. That's all I'm saying. There are things I want to tell you. There are a lot of things I want to tell you. Just too many things, and then I'll forget them all. Yeah, I think it's good. That's not a mouse. That's not a mouse. This is a mouse. So, I was thinking about Gen X. Y'all, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff I'm thinking about. But I would love to take this stuff with me, but I won't. Because, hey, speaking of, I am going to go and put some things in this locker. I want you to feel proud of me that I'm going to do that, because I feel like I probably don't need to have everything in this locker, so I'm going to transfer some of the heavier things over. I'm going to just sort of keep things I'll need for, like, you know, the bare minimum I'll need for a little bit of aid. We will transfer over those painkillers. We'll just sort of keep the ones that are going to expire soon. Look, be proud of me. Yes, I was thinking about Gen X. Thank you. My coworker uses this really tall ergonomic mouse. I always wonder if it's actually more comfortable or not. Oh, that's good. Maybe. Why were you thinking about a bunch of cool mythical people that obviously don't exist? Thank you. So I was having lunch with somebody who has a daughter, and he was saying that his daughter was like, "What are you Gen X? What are you Gen Xers?" No. Oh, the daughter was saying something about like different generations, and was like, "Oh, she is Gen Z," the daughter, and was like talking about millennials versus boomer stuff, and he was like, you know, you've missed a generation, and she's like, what generation did I miss? And he's like, Gen X, and she's like, oh, huh. And then she said, what is your generation known for? Or that was the question. And he was like, sarcasm? But this is what I wanted to say about that. This is these two things are sort of heavy, but I think we should probably keep them because we probably need them for various you know, things, various situations. But I don't think, yeah, I feel like we'll just, so he was like, known for sarcasm. And this is a cured birch sapling, which I think we use to make bows, which means I don't think I need to have it on me. And I think I'll keep everything else, which puts me only like 5 pounds over 5 kilos over my limit, which I don't think is too bad. And we will save. Y'all, so many things I want to tell you all. Sarcasm and angst. Sarcasm and angst. Also grunge and flannel. All of these things are true. My mouse is a Lexmark piece of shit that I've dropped half a million times. It still works and it cost like $10 6 years ago. Yes. So, one of the other things that I was thinking about when it came to being Gen X was grunge, flannel, sarcasm, angst. I was thinking about 2 things. But the main thing I was thinking about, there was an article that I read when I was younger, probably like in the early 90s when early 90s, I suppose, when sometime after Reality Bites came out. When was Gerard Way born? Oh, Lurk and Write. Rax, Lurk and Write. Sometime after Reality Bites came out, and it was the article was about how Gen X is maligned by the boomers, but the malignment isn't fair. So it talked about the stereotypes of Gen X, that we're apathetic, that we don't care, that we have no role models, so therefore we're like completely useless in some kind of a way. There was like just a lot of their boring stereotypes of us. Very, very like, I don't know, they didn't say avocado toast, but they might as well have. It's a lot of it was similar to what I've heard them say about millennials. You know, it's the same. Hey, wait a minute. Why do I not have a coat? They took my coat. They took my coat. That's terrible. Well, we'll have to find some. I would really like to make some stuff, but we need a workbench, and none of that stuff is cured yet. It's fine. Where are we? We're here, so we should maybe head. Oh, hey, you know what? If we go back in, we might be able to get that cache of stuff, right? Okay, but okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna go back in there. I think there's stuff for us that we might be able to find if we go back in. So we're gonna go back in. And if we get the stuff, this Prospector's lockbox, we might be able to... also, we're getting cold real fast because we're not wearing a coat, so... Yes. Anyway, so it's all the kind of same stereotypes about Gen X, blah, 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 blah. Latchkey kids, no role models, divorced parents, apathetic, pointless, don't care about anything, blah, 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 blah. Says the boomers. But the article said something that was really interesting back then, and I still have kept this like as a thing to think about. Hey, Schmelzer. And one of the things they said is that the article said that boomers misunderstand Gen X's politics. That Gen X is not apathetic. That Gen X does not do nothing and just sit around doing nothing. Actually, they are quite political, but, and this was like the here's your Gen X thing, Gen X is very think global, act local, right? That Gen X is behind a lot of things like recycling, very local, sort of local activism, but not in the kind of big, showy, let's do a big protest march kind of way. That the kind of protests that the boomers are accustomed to thinking of as being political protest was not necessarily Gen X's style. That Gen X's style was just different. It was less big protests singing Kumbaya and more just kind of doing things on the ground in local areas. And so the idea that Gen X doesn't care about politics is just not true. It's just that they didn't really understand how Gen X worked. And I thought that was really interesting. I was like, oh, well, that's really interesting. Like, that was like an interesting insight. Oh. And so that of course, that was like, I read that in the 90s, but that was a thing that I never really forgot that. That was like an insight into Gen X that I always, you know, that I have kept with me since then. As
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
I noticed, we will get you there. We will get you there. We just have to get into a warm spot. We will get there. We also have to worry about that wolf that hangs out. I really feel like I shouldn't have to walk around here, but if I die, I just want you to know that you can have my tea. Why do we even have to walk this way anymore? Why can't we just avoid this whole area? That's my question. Also, where are the wolves? Hey, where are the wolves? There they are! Okay, hold on.
Too cold to think.
I'm cold. Oh, sorry. I was too cold! Okay, great. Awesome. I'm gonna go.
Gotta stop that bleeding.
I know you have to stop the bleeding, but you happen to be stop the bleeding in a place where the wolves cannot get you. We just have to get to a non-wolf place, and then the bleeding will stop. It's fine. We just non-wolf place, everybody. On our way to a non-wolf place, and then we'll stop the bleeding, and then we won't die. Just also here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Doors. Here. 1 second. Close the door. Okay. And, bandage. Oh, gosh. Okay. Give me a second. And then also, I believe we have an infection risk. Yes, okay. Just taking care of that. Okay, I'm going to get inside of a building right now, and then we're going to talk. Because... why am I even out here? Why is this even my life right now? It's unclear to me. But there's a building in there where we can go, and I hope we didn't lose any clothing. We'll work it out. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. Or it won't. I really can't say. I'm not the boss of anybody. Let's warm up. Gen X usually tells me I'm too young, and millennials say I'm too old. I'm just glad I don't have to take either label. Atomica, what year were you born? I always say a smart brain needs space. We have like 4 different high school programs. Has a red ribbon, Single High School, dark blue. Gen X says, I made a library nook in my front yard for the neighborhood kids. Hawkeye, you know why we boomers think the younger generation is so odd? Because most days you can't even. Oh, Hawkeye, that's so good. That's so good. I like that. I like that. What is Gen X and how old are they? Well, Gen X is your Gen X, Ice Bunny. The cutoff dates are a little bit vague because they have changed over the years. They usually start around 1965, tends to be when Gen X starts. Because people tend to put the baby boomers between like 45 and 65. And Gen X is like a smaller generation. They tend to go like from 65. Nowadays, they go from like 65 to 80, generally speaking. Although there was a time when Gen X had a cutoff of 78. But yes, so generally speaking, 1965 to 1980. Mike McKinsey's warming up, which is good. Let's see if we can find some kind of fabric for him so he can repair his clothing, because he is going to need it quite seriously. He will need it. Nothing. Wait, what was that? Lot box. Here we go. I got stuff. A gold nugget. Okay. A gold nugget of moderate size, now of little practical use. Did I go back here and get attacked by wolves for a gold nugget that is...
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
That I will take. That I will take. Absolutely. I will take that. That is very, very valuable. And I will be very, and I won't even complain about it. I will be happy. Yes. also, I want to talk to chat right now. But do I have any cloth? Why do I not have any? You know what? I think there's cloth in that office. Remember that office we were talking about back when? There's an office, and I feel like there might be cloth in that office. And so if I can find it, not bad. Yes, oh. When am I going to get these keys? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, wait. Did you, there?
This stuff will come in handy.
Hat. Just another little hat we're going to take. It's awesome. And there is a door here, which may or may not be useful. Let us see if it is. You know, I think, I don't remember. Poor guy. Google defines this as being born between 65 and 80. Yeah, I just remember when it wasn't, when it was not 1980, it was 1978, because they started Gen Y at 1978, but Gen Y doesn't exist anymore. They just got rid of Gen Y. They erased them. And so Gen Y doesn't exist. And also, you know what? Here, we're going to go and light a torch. It's too windy to light a torch, so then we won't light a torch.
Oh, it's making my head feel thick.
Y'all, our guy can't even. Hawkeye. That makes me laugh. So I think we're going to have to go back in and go... If it were the daylight, I think I could see better, but I can't. So we're going to go back in and go the way we know. And also get out of this freezing cold. And maybe also just... I kind of want to check where we're at. Okay, again, I think a lot of our stuff is a little bit damaged, and it would be better if we had fabric. I wish we had clothing, but we don't. I'm going to waste a little bit of time eating food, and I'm going to waste some time eating food, because I feel like if we do that, then I don't know why. I just feel like good things will happen to us if we get ourselves all well-fed and warm. Okay, this is what really I'm doing. What I'm really doing is eating and drinking allows me to spend a little bit of time outside, not going outside. So, you know, this is my thought process. So let's see. I need to go back to chat. Also, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sleep for 1 hour. Because I was a little bit tired. Not me, Mackenzie. And this might allow me to warm up a bit. Better. This is good. And now we're gonna save. Confirm. And then I'm gonna read chat, because I want to know what you have to say. Okay. Here we go. Boomer said to be, I gave $10 to Reagan to fix the environment, so it's okay if I cut you off of my SUV. Atomic, that's not fair to boomers. Here's the thing, we have to remember that boomers involved, like, you know who was a boomer? Like, Martin Luther King Jr. was a boomer. Like, there's like a wide range of people. So let's see. I say 80% of the boomers I've met in life have the mentality of, it's okay when I do it. Again, you gotta, like, remember, there's all sorts of, like, people. I remember my dad being on his cell while driving, agreeing with the person he was talking to that people who talk and drive are assholes. Spider-Man, putting it in Spider-Man. Gen X spent a lot of time worrying about getting nuked. That is absolutely true. Yeah. You were born in 82, Atomica? So, Atomica, if you were born in 82, before people coined the term millennial, you would have been Gen Y. But now you're millennial. Because Gen Y was a thing, but they just got rid of it. So the dates have changed. So right now you are squarely early millennial. Just, Anageek says, I used to be at the very end of Gen X when it was around 87, and now I'm considered millennial, and I hate it. I'm so sorry, Anageek. I did stop his bleeding. I was born in 73, and I'm still alive. I'm amazed. Hey, 73, not a bad year. But that gold nugget will have value to the bozos running the prison. Maybe. My teachers at educator school were 68ers. I do not want to be put in the same generations. Make them not. No. If they're 68ers, i.e. they were born in like 48, and they were like college students in 1968, then they're boomers. Honestly, I think the 80s were such a weird time in culture and marketing that we almost create this weird 80s kid buffer between Gen X and millennials. You can't have a generation from 65 to 78. That's just dumb. 13-year-olds don't have kids. Yeah, look. We only got, but now it's like 65 to 80, so it's just really. Gen X is one of the smaller generations apparently because they decided. I don't know how they do that. You know what? I had a thought about that. Gen Y became millennials, and there was a little bit of yeah. Technically, I am barely a boomer. 63. Oh, interesting. Some definitions have me as a tweener between boomer and Gen X. Hawkeye, I have a thing for you. Ice Bunny says, wait, generation is born in that year, right? So my teachers were born about 19 years before, so they're boomers. Yes. I think the talk about generation is interesting, but it always seems odd to me. Yeah, there's interesting stuff too about like how old your parents were, right? Atomic says, well, keep in mind, Trooper, I worked with the DAV since I was 12. Yeah, I met old people from World War II and up. I've got a huge study pool of old people to make my judgments on. Fair. So when they were boomers, I don't mind to be Gen X. Look, boomers also got me a whole bunch of civil rights, so I'm not going to be super mean to boomers because they did look, boomers and millennials are very similar. They're very, very strident and a little bit absolutist, and they don't like old people. Never trust anyone over 30. But they did a lot of work, and I want to acknowledge that, right? Because they did a lot of work that I don't have to do. So acknowledgement. But Hawkeye, I had a student who is basically your age, right around, and she coined the term Xbox maybe, but she's talking about that tweener. She was talking about that tweener group, of which you belong to, and she was talking. Her master's thesis was on Iggy Pop and the Stooges, and that particular moment where the high boomer, the high woo yay hippie stuff was like on its way out, but the newer stuff that would be part of like Gen X stuff hadn't really happened yet. So that just that moment for your little mini moment where she was talking about like the Stooges and a bunch of like that it wasn't yet like basically proto-punk, and about the kind of being in the middle of these spaces and sort of being left out, like being in that kind of cusp, being that cusp moment. It was a very good master's thesis, and it was about you. And she wanted to make the case. That that little in between moment was had its own special aesthetic and its own thing because it had slightly different concerns. And it was a good master's thesis. I thought it was actually quite good. Okay, so which explains why I feel like I never bit anywhere at times. Black boomers are a very different group of people from white boomers. It's true. Atomicus says, my favorite boomer story was back in 2010 when an older woman asked me if I'd drive her mobile home from Massachusetts to Florida for her, then take a train back up. When I quoted her roughly $1,200 for gas and food and train ticket because it was cheaper than flying at the time, she got mad at me because she thought it would cost $80 total, and then she refused to talk to me for a year. Are those regular tortilla chips, or are they like those are tortilla chips from a local taqueria? So they're like home, like fresh made tortilla chips. Delicious. My Iggy Pop story, says Valtiel. The Hard Rock Hotel chain has a pair of his pants that are on display. I guess it probably circulates, but I saw them in Orlando, and I cannot imagine how a human being was small enough to fit into those pants. Valtiel, I'm going to add to your story. I'm going to see your story, and yes, and you. If you've ever been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which I have been in Cleveland, first off, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is kind of sketchy, but they've got all these costumes from all these people, and like the Supremes were tiny. Iggy Pop, like so many of these people that we think of as being like, I don't know, larger than life people were so tiny. They were so tiny. So tiny. Krellin says, Iggy Pop is that small because he doesn't eat. He subsists solely on the souls of his fans. Ah, yes. Yes. So, look, we're warm and healthy. We got the thing. We could leave, but I do believe that there is stuff for us if we can make it to the other side. Also, I really feel like there was just like a really obvious and easy way to get where we needed to go, but you know what? I'll just be in a blizzard. See if I care. I don't care. I'll be in a blizzard. Whatever. You're not the boss of me. Why is the weather always so bad here in Canada on this island in the middle of the, like, the northern climes? Why? That's what I want to know. I understand why. I'm just, you know. Oh, we cannot get in anymore. Okay. So, y'all, we can't get in through the window. Which means we've got to get in the other way. And I've got to remember what that other way was and how to get there. I think there's a back way. Oh, y'all. Well, here's what's what. We're going to have to go back and get out of the blizzard. It's just what we have to do. Or we'll die of hypothermia, as we do. Or a hernia. Yeah. I see what's going on. Just, here we go. We're going to go inside. It'll be okay. Did you do it? You did not do it. Here we go. We're going to have to wait an hour, I think, before we can go back out again because it's so cold. And let's pass time for 1 hour. See, look, now we're much warmer. Oh no, the thing is that the map won't show what I need. What I need is there's a doorway. See, the map is not going to show us what we need. There's a doorway that gets us into this one office we were at last time, but it's just a little dark out. So we're going to eat food, drink water, just to pass a little bit of time, and then hopefully be light enough that we can maybe go out there, because it's too windy to have a what do you call it, a torch. So, you know. Let's see. Boomers at my job are the ones who will constantly say, I've been working for 40 years, why doesn't the new guy know the job as well as I do? It's easy, not understanding the value of 40 years of experience. Fair, although, I mean, I will note that there are people who are younger who are like, why doesn't this person intuitively know how to use a newfangled piece of technology? And like, how are they going to know? Because you're a Death Islander burp, the name should be... I suppose you're right. The name should be a giveaway. Okay, let's hope... Don't die of hypothermia. Much better to die of a wolf bite infection. That's true. I feel like that's true. I mean a specific bunch of people who are all, let's just call each other by our first names and be all equal and give yourself a grade, but they damn failed everyone who was not lefty enough in their eyes. It's a bunch of 20 folks, and I don't want to be associated. You know, that sounds like trauma. If we get to a windbreak, we can light the torch and walk out. Well, let's see. No, I'm trying to get clothing right now. So that, because if I can get clothing, let's see if it'll stick. Then I can, if I can get fabric. Nope. Nope. It died. Alright, so this is what I can tell you. There is a doorway that we left out of. And if I can find that doorway, then we can get inside that building, where I'm pretty sure there's like cloth that we can use to repair our clothing so that we will not die. But I don't know if we're going to really get there. Which is a bummer. Yeah. I really feel like there was a way in. Also, I kind of think that this storm is a little inappropriate. It's like we're losing heat like whoa. We're going to go back inside. What are we going to do about this? Y'all. Yeah, what are we going to do about this? This is a bit of a problem. We can't get very far at all because we've got... I mean, luckily at least we got a new rabbit hat. But we can't get very far because it is... Yeah, this is a bit of a tricky thing. Wait, I think you're going to get a donut? I love donuts. Yeah, the sound of this game does hammer out how cold it is. So let's talk about this. Let's strategize. We've got to get back out, but I was pretty sure there was a way for us to avoid having to... If we could get back in that infirmary, but I don't know if we can. Which is bumming me out, because that infirmary was a good place to be. Well... Okay, I think we're going to just have to brave the wolf again, which I'm not excited about at all. Like, at all. I wish we could... Yeah, so we're here, right? And this little building here is the infirmary. And I wonder if that's over there. I wonder if we're going to even get over there. That's a long way to travel without enough clothing. And the thing is, I really wanted to get into that infirmary because I know that there's like there's things we can use to turn into cloth, which would allow us to basically make our clothing warmer, which it currently is not. So that would be great. But I am having feelings about that. All right, well, you know what? Let's make a break for it. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be great. But we'll pass the time for 1 hour. Oh, this game has got such good sound design. It is impressive. Okay, here we go. Do you hear those wolves? This is really bad. This is really bad. I really would like to be able to get into that infirmary. But I don't see how I'm going to do that. And that makes me sad. So, I told you about the new mouse, trackball mouse thing. I told you about the, what do you call it? The, here we go. I told you about the Stream Deck pedal. It's not daylight yet. Like it's still the middle of the night. Let's see, where are we? It's not yet dawn. I've got a frostbite risk. I'm so sad about it. Yeah, it's basically still too dark for us to do anything useful. Sadly. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna be murdered by a wolf. I'm gonna just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. If I don't look, they can't see me. If they can't see me, they can't kill me. La 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 la. Go go. I'm just gonna pretend like they can't see me, and then I be safe. Door? Nope. Here we go. I'm gonna just go over here, and I'm gonna shut this door. Okay. So I just feel like that's the way to do it. Just don't look, and then they can't see you. Yeah, it was. Again, it's just also really dark out, so we can't see each other. Look, I really feel like there should be a way to get into this infirmary from here, and I do not know. Here's the door. I'm sad about it. Y'all, I'm sad about it. Because there's fabric in there that I could use. Oh, hey, Wolf, how are you? I am going to avoid you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and warm up by that fire before I come back out. Because I might as well... You know what? I don't need to do that. I don't need to warm up by the fire. I just need to go to my place, inside, wait, and then rush. I'm just so sad about not getting that fabric. They won't let me back in the infirmary. It makes me really sad. I just need you to know it. Because...
Can't feel my hands.
I know you can't feel your hands. You should maybe stop complaining about it at the moment. We're going to go inside. It's okay. But then I'm going to have you go back outside again. Here. We'll close the door and it'll be fine. See? Like, everything is fine. Oh, you know what we could do? We can... I don't think we have enough water. Yeah, I feel like we could just go and make a short fire. Nah. Nah. Oh, we only have the 110 Dunkin'. I don't think Dunkin' is very good donuts. I think that Dunkin' is sort of basically very mediocre when it comes to being a donut place. It is not my favorite donut place. Like, it's fine. They're okay, but they're not great donuts. They're very, like, mass-produced and not particularly exciting donuts. I feel like there are much better donuts out there than Dunkin', in my opinion. Yes. Okay, while we're here, let's see how all of our stuff is doing. We're gonna wait. Because look, it's gonna be hard for us when we go out there. We had one tiny Dunkin' in Copenhagen, and I went past them from the train to the bus to get home. And so I'm basic that the simple filling and sweet topping are enough. The expensive posh ones are a bit of a mess. Oh, see, oh, this is, hey, it's warmer now, which is good. That's great. But, we're still really cold. I feel like I should start a fire. But I don't want to waste materials, so I'm not going to. I'm going to just wait another hour so that we can perhaps... Oh, wow. We're going to have to wait another hour because it is so cold. You know what, though? I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I don't want to waste materials to build a fire if we can, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Good. Now I'm going to save one more time because I'm paranoid. And then I'm going to read chat about donuts. I didn't know that wolves operated by bed monster rules. I think they do, actually, Krellin. I think that's totally bed monster rules. Rissa says, I can't help feeling like Mac is wandering around with a towel on his head. To avoid a bug bladder beast. I think that's true. Oh, mochi donuts. Oh, mochi donuts are so good. It's like all chain places. Yeah, I find I don't tend to like chain donut places. I've not really met a chain donut place I really like. Unless we count like little local chains run by like your grandma that has like 3 shops now. But Rissa is correct. Strip mall donuts for the win. That's the way to go. That is the goodness. Voltio says, I like the munchkin donuts from Dunkin'. Something about being bite-sized just ticks a box for me. Mm-hmm. The cold isn't on your mind. If you think warm thoughts will warm up. That's usually what happens right before you die of hypothermia. Tim Hortons for donuts. One thing I miss. I've never had Tim Hortons, but I know many people really like Tim Hortons until they got bought out by Burger King, I think it was. We had a good place that made all parts of the donuts in-house, but the owner was a bad businessman and they had to close. Yeah. I feel like it is, there is value in knowing how to run your business and not to the ground. That's what I would say. Trooper, you still have to come down so I can take you to Elm Street for the best donuts ever. Well, I am in favor of the best donuts ever. That is a thing that makes me happy, so yes. I do need to come down to New York anyway. At some point. I've got to figure out when that will be based on break and scheduling. Yes. Oh, Prax, I have a thing that is relevant to you. I'm not a big donut fan, but my favorite local pizza place shut down because the COVID crash. I'm so sick. Yeah. A lot of really good restaurants had to shut down, and it makes me sad. Also, I don't know how I'm going to get where I need to go, considering how terrible this weather is, because it is bad. Like, it's not good, it is bad. But also, wait, excuse me for a moment. We have wolves who are just hanging out. Okay, so I suspect we need to go that way, right? Because, that just seems like what we have to do. There's the power plant, and this is us. So actually, maybe we don't need to go that way. Maybe we can go this whole long way down here. So that's what we'll do. We're not going to go this way. We're going to go this way. We're going to just sort of walk in the snow and be miserable a little bit. Probably. I hate wolves. Here, let's just go this way. Great. Tell me if you keep hearing it, because I'm just gonna pretend like I don't hear it, and that'll be it. Will you find out a Wendy's? Oh, that's how small your town is. So, I shared 4,000 people. My first high school had 3,000 people, Scabby. And I like to say that because I know people who are from smaller towns, and they're like, what? Your high school had 3,000 people? And I was like, yeah, it did. Just so that, you know, I can scandalize people with the largeness of my high school, which I feel like is always a good thing to do.
My fingers feel numb.
I know they do. I know they do, Mackenzie. Like, I do recognize this. Just, we're gonna see if we can get where we need to go. Although the answer probably is not from here. It would be great if we could get there from here, but I bet they will not let us, and we're going to have to walk around. Yes. I didn't want to ask you something. I wanted to tell you something. So what I wanted to tell you was, Prax already knows this, because for Witcher Roads Home, we're starting that coming up very soon. And excuse me, we're going to have to start a fire now, because some people
So cold.
are just
want to lay down.
Yeah, can you just relax for 1 second? Just give me 1 second, for heaven's sake. Let's do that. I think this will do it, right? And then we'll need, I think all of that is basically the same. So let's do a tinder plug. And then wood matches. I think I might have some accelerant, though. So let's do that. I'm going to just do that.
Worked.
Okay, add fuel. Let's add coal. Okay, we're going to warm up, and we're also going to go and get a bunch of water while we're here. Oh, I don't have a cooking pot. That's so sad. It's really terrible when you don't have all the stuff you used to carry around on you all the time, because all that stuff made you feel better in your life, and now you don't have those things. I just want to recognize the sadness there, just for the record. Well, your high school, 289, graduating class 59? Yeah. When I got the first Corona shot, I rewarded myself with bonus donuts. They put candy bars in the donut, and there I found out that I like Boston cream the best. I do not care about the candy. Yeah. So, I used to love Boston cream donuts, but now they're usually too rich and doughy for me, so I never finish them. I stick with smaller sweets than donuts usually. Oh. So, Witch of the Road Home, starting up again. And, there's a song that reminds me of the character that I'm playing, and I played it for Prax, I am excited to say that I busted out my banjo for the first time in way too long. Oh, I don't think I actually needed to drink that. That's fine. Oops. Let me just take it. And then we're going to do... We just have to do more water because we're a little bit low on water. So we're going to do that while we warm up. It's just like a chill thing. So I busted out my banjo for the first time in a while because I haven't had time to play. And I was practicing that song just to sort of get it under my fingers. And so I just want Prax to know, and I want you all to know. Prax knows more than you because I'm being mysterious. But that song, I believe I will be able to play at some point in time. And, you know, I'll probably have to filk it a little bit to make it a bit more appropriate to the Witcher world rather than... Like, there's not going to be a motel in it. I'll have to change that. But my point being that I busted out my banjo for the first time in a while, and that was very nice. And I got to... practice a song that amuses me to no end. Yes. Yeah, Prax laughed because you're like, oh. Now, Prax laughed, but Pope said, oh, this isn't going to turn out well. And that's probably true. Because that's probably true. Yeah. I feel like any of you who don't know should probably be worried about choices that various characters, namely mine, have made in their life. Yeah. I think I can make some... Ooh, you know what I should do? I should probably make some coffee, because I think my character's going to get really tired really soon, so I feel like making a little bit of coffee would probably not be bad. Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of which, I think I can... Why am I still at a frostbite risk? Oh, because I'm not wearing gloves. That's why. I can't do anything about that. I don't have... I just don't... I can't do anything about it. You know? But that's it. I can't do anything about it. I don't have a... Ooh. Oh, campfire's running out. But that's okay. It's alright. As long as I can get this, take it. Recycle my can. Alright, folks. Let's save and then run as best we can to see if we can, like, get out of there. Well, we're gonna go. It's best we can do, everybody. Well, fire. Breakdown. Just, okay. Now, we're gonna go. We're gonna just go. I feel like I probably should not be harvesting, but I also feel like I should be harvesting things that are food-like, because I don't know how long it's going to take us to get there or how much food we're going to have, and I'm concerned about it. Also, Prax and I have to do another symposium. Let's see. Krellin likes lemon-filled donuts. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Lemon-filled donuts are... I really like maple glazed donuts, like donuts with a maple glaze. I really love a good maple bar donut. I love that very much. All right, how am I going to get... Am I going to be able to get where I need to go from this space, or am I not going to be able to get where I need to go? I wonder if I can walk up that path, is the question that I have. Well, let's just see. I mean, if I can, I can. If I can't, then we'll have to go the other way. But that's our life. Let's see. There's a German tradition to get jelly-filled donuts as cake for New Year's Eve. So if you have been outside to do fireworks, we often get you often got hot chocolate and donuts to warm up. I talk about Krapfen. I know Krapfen. The North Cousin Berliner. Yeah, but they're Krapfen is what they are. Krapfen are delicious, and we can't walk this way or talk this way. Come on. Let me just climb up there. Rude. Rude. We're going to have to go the long way, obviously. Y'all. And he's going to complain about the entire way. Getting frostbite the entire time. Do you think maybe? Shortcut? Shortcut? Because look, if we can get a little shortcut going on, then we will save ourselves quite a bit of time, and that will not be bad. Let's see. Ich bin ein Berliner. Honestly, I realized today that the first couple of weeks of Witcher are going to be interesting with Trooper, Simon, and Poe. Well, no, I think we're all friends. Do you think there's a shortcut that way? This is my question. Do you think I can make it through this mountain pass here and come out this way? Because if I could, I would be so happy. And I feel like we owe it to ourselves to at least try to see if there's a shortcut there.
Never felt so cold in my life.
I just got frostbite. I'm not even... My general condition is now permanently reduced. That is terrible. I'm not even at... Ooh. The problem is I don't have gloves on. And I don't have fabric. This is the life that I have. This is the life that I have. And it is a difficult, difficult life. Hey, look. It's a cave? I feel like that's unfair. In Denmark, you get kransekage, and that is basically baked marzipan almond paste. Oh, nice. All right, let's go in here and see if there's a pass-through. What do we have? We have gloves, everybody. A little bit too late.
That'll come in handy.
A little bit too late because... hey, look! I have got a big cooking pot, which is awesome. And we are going to... I'm so sad that I have frostbite. That makes me...
feel my feet.
I've heard... You know, Mackenzie. Why is Mackenzie such a whiner? This is what I want to know. Also, I bet we can't stay in this cave. I bet the cave does not have a pass-through, does it? We do need another colloquium. We have things to talk about. Well, we're going to build a fire, warm up, maybe go to sleep? I mean, it's not that late, but, you know, I can't believe I got frostbite. I blame something. What? I don't know, but something. Hey! Interesting. Okay, we're going to start this fire. That's it. Oh, I want a donut too. What am I going to eat after this? As someone from Kelly, have you heard about Solvang? I've heard about Solvang. I have. So, Mr. Hunter's Mark, so I need to change your outfit again for your new character? I mean, probably. Maybe you can keep me the old outfit. You know, it's fine. Oh, let me add a little bit of reclaimed wood to this. Just a little bit of that. Also, what do you think? Let's, it's weird because I don't really want to, what's the word? Become nocturnal in the game like I am in real life, but, I kind of feel like we should probably sleep. And just, like, you know, stay by the fire and be a little bit warm and, sleep for, like, maybe 4 hours. I'm thinking. Select the mouse. I don't want to do that. Okay. Forgive my mouse deciding to think about it. Well, don't worry about it. It's just don't die on me. Okay. It's thinking. It's thinking. Because I have 3 mice, I think. Let's cool. Awesome. Oh, you know what's gonna happen? I know what's gonna happen. I think that I have to come here to do this to select the mouse. There's a whole process. Or maybe not. Are you gonna really do this? Or no? Hold on. Give me a second. Where did that go? I'm looking for... It's thinking about things. Just thinking about things at the moment. I actually have so my old external hard drive, which I still have, but is not currently the one that I'm using, was Thunderbolt. But I had to buy a new external hard drive in order to try to deal with all of this madness. And the one I have is a USB-A 3.0, which I just feel like is, according to Black Cat's Magic testing, is actually faster than the other one. But it just doesn't feel faster than the other one. It doesn't. When was the last time I saved? Do we have autosaves? I think we must. I don't even know about that. Let me see what's going on here. Here, let me do this. We're going to do a thing and see if we can solve this problem. You know what? I have an idea. Let me do that. And if I do that, and I go to, where would that be? That would probably be in utilities. I'm just gonna try to fix this problem at the moment and see what we can do, because it's hanging out. Let's see. I need here. I just have to get to utilities, and then I think I can do this by manually, by hand, and that should maybe solve the problem, one hopes. Here. Let's see. And looks good. Mouse selection. Okay, now, will this allow me to go back and not have to deal with that problem? Maybe? Oh, it's still thinking. I've got a... When did I save last? Y'all. Gotta go back here and maybe do it this way. So, let me see. I'm gonna have to stop, confirm, and then go back in. There's that. So that was the thing that was giving me trouble. So... Again, we're just working with what we got. Let's see. Premiere for the new look for the next PP. Oh, in 5 weeks. Oh. I'm gonna have head paint. I personally prefer it when you wander around in the daytime, so I can appreciate the games. Yeah, I appreciate it too. It's much easier than wandering around at night. But then when I'm like out of energy and I'm gonna die, that could be always a bit of a problem. So what do we have here? What is this giving me trouble? Let's try. What was that? Is that so? Something is being distressed. Let's quit out of that and see if that will do it for us. Okay, but what are you? There's a program that is sitting here wanting me to select a mouse, and I would like it to stop. And I've got to figure out what that is. Anyway, we'll work it out. I just think you made something odd out of a Danish Abelskeiber. Slow hard drives. Then the thing is, technically this hard drive is faster than the other ones, at least by speed tests. But I just feel more comfortable with a Thunderbolt connection than a USB-A. It's just that Thunderbolt external hard drives are way more expensive than USB-A external hard drives, like by quite a lot per gig. And I didn't actually even realize that this was the new hard drive I have as a USB-A. I thought it was, but I was in a bit of a panic because I had to get an external hard drive to like back up things before everything died. So this is technically not slower. The speed tests make it faster, but it's not doing what I want it to be doing, if you know what I mean. Also, why is this happening right now? What is this even? And can I do anything about it? You know what? Maybe I could, let's see, what happens if I do this? What is open right now? No, nothing good is open. Nothing that I can close is currently open. So this particular thing is, I wonder if I move this over here away, if I can restart Steam and not have it give me trouble. Because if that's just sitting out there and it doesn't bother me, then I can just ignore it for the moment until later, I think. In Denmark, you eat them in December with strawberry jam and powdered sugar. In Solvang, they serve fried sausages with them as a breakfast food. Oh. Yes. All right. So good. We're gonna just try to leave that pop-up window hanging out and ignore it and just assume that we can just pretend like it didn't exist. That's all. That's what we're gonna do. We can also do the Trooper Talk Show. Trooper Talks will be a nice name for a podcast. Oh yeah, I've got a couple different variations of that. Not for a talk show. The talk show we had was for the podcast. Yeah. Podcast will probably sing a little bit different, but because I've got a thing, got a thing. It's cool. Here we go. You can hang out there. Yes. So we've just moved that over there, and I assume that this will leave us be, and we should be fine. This is what I'm going to assume, that we should be fine. Oh, Vaulty, oh yeah. Oh, y'all, there are things that I need to tell you about, but yeah. If we remain downwind, it can mask our scent. That's great, but I do not control the wind, game. Look, there are a lot of things happening that oh, this is where we saved last? Well, okay then. This is where we saved last. Apparently. That's fine. We know. We will just do our very best to rush through here. It's, y'all. I wish Mackenzie were a better climber. How many Cthulhu-related things do I have in the pipeline? Not an insignificant amount, I don't think, I would say. I'd say there's some Cthulhu in there. There's some stuff happening, is what I would say. No, I'm pretty... Wait, do I have Frostbite? Wait, do I have Frostbite? I do not have Frostbite yet, but I have a Risk. which means if we hurry, we might be able to get to that cave before the frostbite sets in. So we're gonna just like try to rush to the cave and not get frostbite. That's gonna be the goal. I do not know if we can do it, but we will try. Yes. I'm very excited for Monday. I'm very excited for this. So I feel like we might be able to just like scoot in here and maybe not get frostbite. Let's cross your fingers. Also, y'all, I just feel like I don't want to buy another external hard drive, but I feel like I might need to. Also, it's, you know, the thing is, I'm in this space where I have concerns about my data, and I want to try to have multiple copies of it. So I don't want to erase. I can probably go back to my I can go back to my other external hard drive, but I would have to erase it, and I don't want to do that just yet because I'm concerned about my computer's, like, just in case I want to have backups of the old state as well. You know what I mean. It's hey, no frostbite. That's what I'm trying to say right now. We're gonna avoid this frostbite, and I'm very excited for it. I'm excited for this right now. Okay. And I'm gonna put on these gloves right now. This moment. Just this very second. Also, did I not take those books with me? Because that seems like an odd thing. Let me start this fire. We're gonna start the fire. Oh, we should probably save, since we don't have frostbite. It's just a thing.
This stuff will come in handy.
Let's just start the fire. And then I'm gonna say something. Let's start the fire. Great. Yes. Beeline it to the cave, right? See what I was through the woods. Yeah. The vampire game starts this Monday. This Monday. Yes. Like, this Monday. And I'm going to add fuel. Just a little bit of reclaimed wood. And then I feel like what we do is check our life. Where are we at? Oh, gosh. These new wool mittens are super frozen. That's not great. But we still have a frostbite risk. But I did cover it up. Well, Did we save? We're going to save. I don't know if we saved, but we're going to save. I don't think we saved. We're saving. We're saving. We're saving. So we're playing Vampire on Monday at 8:30? 8:30? 8:30-ish? 8:30-ish? Also, I think we're going to just take a little nap of like 2 hours, maybe, perhaps. Just like a little brief nap. Oh, I think that. Also, we should probably add a little bit more firewood because of our life. And I'm going to just, right now, I'm going to put like a little, I'm going to just do a little nap. Like just a little, just like a 2 hours nap. Just, that's it. Just 2 hours. Get rid of our frostbite. Wake up. Feel okay. Don't die. Okay, now, how's our frostbite? We still have a frostbite risk. Why? Because these wool mittens are still frozen. But they're way less frozen than they were, which is something, but not great, everyone. Not great. Also, we're still a little tired. Got mixed feelings about all of this. Yeah. I don't know about all this. Yeah, no Kolos premiere on Friday, but we're going to be doing, instead of Kolos this week, we'll be doing Going Solo, The Wretched, which I am pretty excited about as well, so I think that'll be good. So, y'all, what do we do about this situation where we have, like, gloves in a really bad way, which means we're still in a frostbite risk? Look at this. I mean, our frostbite risk is lower than it was. I don't know. I'm torn about our life. I'm going to stand here for a moment and contemplate. And I'm going to save. This is obsessive, I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it. But this is actually just an excuse to read chat. Just excuse to read chat. Practice of an outfit. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I tried that frostbite thing in real life. Negative 25 centigrades in the dry air does not feel as cold as negative 9 degrees with moisture in the air. And getting pushed in the snow when hiking did not help getting... Yeah. Prax says, I take them off and let them warm up. Yes, but then I'd have to start the fire again. And so I feel like that's probably bad. I just remember how I hadn't watched last week's Critical Role anyhow. I got back from Tennessee, and a friend wanted to visit, and then he was here until 1 a.m. I'm actually partway through last week's, and so excited about that. I guess I'll watch CR since there's no CR. It is V5. I could make more. I could make more fire. The only problem is with making more fire is that is resources that I'm not quite certain we 100% need at the moment. So I think what I'm gonna do instead is I think we're gonna just head out and see how far we can make it. So we're here and we can't get through this cave, so we're gonna have to come down this way and come around is what we're gonna have to do. I believe we've been here before, this old substation. So we're gonna have to make our way all the way around, and we're gonna see how far we can get. I think that's it. We have some firewood, but I don't want to. Well, but the thing is, our frostbite. What's the word? Our frostbite risk is dropping, and we do have gloves on. They are frozen gloves, but they are gloves, so it feels not as bad, and it's not as cold out because it is daytime, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to go and start a fire, is because I did want to move while it was daytime. I wanted to try to avoid running around at night if we could, because I know that that's not the best. So let's see what we can do here. No, we have no... there's so much stuff we don't have that I would like to have. Yes. I do see the wind. Shake your fingers. It's more illustrative of the problem with frostbite. It's fair. It's fair. But look, I'm trying to avoid that, stay in a windbreak like this. So, y'all, there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. But we've got Going Solo on Friday. We've got... Well, so tomorrow, Going Solo. Saturday will be The Outer Worlds. And perhaps I will be able to... I don't know if I'll play the banjo. We'll see. But also, I would like to... I do have an axe. We're going to break down this furland. It's going to make me a little bit colder, but we do need firewood, so... And that's not bad. We're a little...
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Yes, I know. Relax. We'll eat food and drink water, and that'll make everything better. So, he's always so upset about everything. We'll just have an energy bar. Right? And then, and drink water. And then you won't be as encumbered. See? Everything's better. Maybe. I just want fabric so I can repair my clothing. You know, that's really all I want. Let's see. Yeah, I'll be able to announce more things later. I've got things I have to look into. There's an email I need to get back on. We have been here, by the way, at this substation before. We passed by here. But yes, I've got an email I have to respond to. 2 emails I have to respond to, actually. And those emails will impact some stuff, and once some scheduling things, there's like, you know, it's what I'm trying to tell you, there's scheduling and all those things that are always here in these moments. And, hey. Oh, a hacksaw. And tools. Also, I'm sure I do not have the, I'm sure this is all a little bit too heavy, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. Yes. So, Outer Worlds. Maybe I'll play the banjo. Maybe I won't. We will see how it goes. Ooh, yes. I believe this was a thing that I was not going to be able to climb down because of encumbrance. But there might be a way down, not via the rope, that will not kill me. Ooh, nope. There is a cool rope, but I'm encumbered. Can't do it. A hacksaw. If you do get frostbite, you can just hacksaw off your own frostbitten hands, and then you won't have frostbite anymore. Yeah. I think that's totally fair. That's the way to do it. Also, not going down that rope. I've got too much stuff, but I do not want to give up the stuff that I have, so we're just gonna have to go the long way around. And it's not as cold, so I feel like we can get farther before we die. And we just have to find a place where we can stay and sleep and... Oh, hi. Nope. Oh, okay. Sorry. He just jumped out. Ah! Okay, he just jumped out of nowhere on me. I'll also... we have a laceration. Okay, well, apparently we weren't bleeding, so not great. So, American Ninja Warrior. I used to watch that show all the time, and I really enjoyed it. Also, do we even? Okay. I want you to know that, oh, I've got... Oh, wait, bullets. Okay, great. Sorry. There is... Oh, bullets. Oh, torn clothing. This is bad, everybody. This is so bad. Where am I at with my life? Why is this my life? At least all my clothing still exists. I have 1 bullet. This isn't a video game. It's a getting mauled by wolf simulator. Yeah, I have 1 bullet. Also, I should probably just... Oh, you know what I should do? I should probably... get this out. Oops. Get the flare out so that when they inevitably come to try to murder me, I can bring a flare and try to avoid them that way. I need things that I do not have. The gloves were frozen so they couldn't bite through the... See, this is what happened. Okay, so why are there wolves? Why do they hate me? I was telling you what I was going to do. Right, so Saturday's the Outer Worlds, and I don't know if I will be able to play the banjo there or not. We will see, because I've got a lot of prep to do for the Wretched tomorrow night. But I did set up a new camera. I also have Sunday, I've got this charity stream at 2 p.m. Not on the Wandering DMs channel. It's at a different channel, and I have to...
Cold is making my head feel thick.
I know it is. Thank you. And I got the name of it, so I've got to update my calendar with the new location. so you know where to find me.
Goddamn freezing.
Which channel it's on. I just got frostbite, everybody. Why do I have frostbite? Why do I have frostbite? I have frostbite. It's not even that cold. MS Stream. Thank you. MS Stream Channel is the name of it. And that is... They are frozen, but they are at least... They're at least covering my hands. But I mean, I do have... They're covered. They're in a glove. It's not like they're not covered in a glove. Also, I'm cold, but... I just... Look, there's a building over there. Do you see? There's a building over there. We can go over there and warm up. I feel like we're in a place of joy. Unless there are wolves there who want to eat us. And maybe we can find cloth and we can make things and our lives will be better. They're in a glove. Cartoonish block of ice. Hey, do you think we've been to this area before? We have been to this area before. There's a jailer's residence here. Yes, we have been here before. But I feel like it doesn't matter because I think there's a warm spot we can be, and I just think we have to be there. You've turned in the first assignment of the semester? Look, there... Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. Yeah, we're gonna just not go there. Y'all need to leave me alone. Now I have a hypothermia risk.
Never felt so cold in my life.
Look, I know. This is not my joy for you right now, Mackenzie. Like, this is not what I would... this would not be my choice for you right now. But this is what it is. This is where we are. We're at wolves trying to murder us in the snow. Congrats on turning in the first assignment. Was it, what was it? What class was it for? These wolves, by the way, don't seem to be bothered. And I'm really cold. And I need to get to a space where I can set a fire, but, and warm up. But they are all, oh gosh. Okay. So here's what's what. It's bad. We're in a bad space, and we really do have to start a fire. But I need a windbreak in order to do so. This is not ideal. It's not ideal. In case you were wondering about what is and what isn't ideal, this is not ideal. I saw a windbreak there for a moment. Where did it go? Windbreak? Hi, Windbreak, where are you? I don't want Mackenzie to die because I do like him, even if he is a whiner. Okay, we're gonna have to throw this, and then we're gonna have to start a fire. And stick. This is bad.
Turned out pretty well.
Did it turn out well? Let's put coal here. And then let's drop our gloves so that we can maybe unthaw them a little bit. Because they're 98% frozen. Okay, so we're gonna just warm up right here at this moment, and hopefully not that's all I'm gonna say about that. That's it. We're not gonna die of hypothermia. That is one of my intentions, lack of hypothermia death. Literally frozen to death. You could have been colder, complainer. Yeah. And now I get to get my new game to stream tomorrow. Nice. Oh, it was a reflection paper from your externship seminar. Oh, nice. How did that go? Say more. Luckily, the last place you said you had gloves and no frostbite, but I think you picked up a hacksaw, so plus is mine. Yeah. Yeah, it is bad when we can hear Mac's heartbeat. Mac gets very stressed out about things, and if you can look at the little red bar, he's not feeling well. Oh, you know what? I don't want to drink coffee because... You know what, though? I will drink coffee. I'm going to make some coffee because if I make coffee, it'll probably be warm, right? And that's probably a good thing. Let's make
The night can't be far behind.
let's make a cup of coffee, and then hopefully he'll warm up and be less prone to maybe dying at any moment. For heaven's sakes, the wolves give up, right? So like that's not bad. And we'll just give him a little bit of coffee, and he'll pep up a little bit, and it won't be bad. I mean, I'm a little concerned about the fact that he's swaying on his feet like he's about ready to die, but he really should feel much better than he is right now. Here, just drink that. Just drink the coffee and feel better. See, look at that. You're warm. He's... Ugh. They're just waiting for him to for the... Yeah. So they're still 71% frozen, which is not great. So while we're here, I feel like we should probably make the most of our time by... what do you call it? We have some prepared rose hips we can make. And we'll just craft these rose hips, and hopefully in the meantime we will... I don't know about you, but I feel like we are still on the brink of death, even though we're warm. Like, we're warm. Why are we not feeling better? I mean, like, we're well fed, we're warming up, we've got reduced fatigue. But we're still on the edge of death. Hey, Maggie. I don't know what we do about that. I don't know what we do about that. Well, I mean, I feel like we should have gotten better by now. Maybe we need to have, like, a good night's sleep. Let's, go over this one. Let's do that. Just do that. Yeah, but I mean, it's only a little bit of frostbite. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like a whole lot of frostbite. It's just like a little frostbite. What we need is to get to a place where we can spend the night and sleep well and not, you know, be so worried. I just want you to know that I'm feeling less than excited about our current state. Just so you know. Here, hold on. Let me light a little match. Oh, you know what? I think I left the gloves over there. I have to pick them up. There's nothing in the glove box. All right. Let me leave the vehicle. I didn't pick up my gloves. I didn't pick up the gloves. Let's see. Hello, gloves. How are you? Hold on. Embers. I'm going to just add a little bit of fuel. And let's just add like a little firewood. That's going to give us a lot more, but the gloves are still frozen, by the way. In case you were wondering, they are still frozen. They're still very frozen. Oh. I don't think I saved over the no frostbite. I don't think I did. Yeah, they are, but very slowly. They're very slowly warming up. I feel like, I wonder if I could, this is worth it, like, I'm going to take an hour-long nap because I can get an hour's worth of sleep, and that might help. Because the fire will last for an hour, and that might help with the gloves. We got, it's 9:11. Okay, pick it up. Well, we slept for a little bit. Now they're wet but not frozen. Ooh. Well, nothing else is wet. We do have... we're not in the best way, but we're not swaying on our feet anymore. I don't feel good about just sticking here where I know wolves are hanging out. You know what I mean? Like, that's worrisome. Thanks for that, Valtiel. What? I think the only way we heal HP in this game is time passing. I don't know. I think we have to... I think for that, our heart, we have to get ourselves... It's not just time passing. I think it's also having our what do you call them? Our stuff up. So I really dislike hanging out here and not being productive with our time. Like healing things. It's the middle of the night. Like it's the middle of the night. You know what? This is what we'll do. We will add one more fir firewood, which will give us basically 2 hours, and then we'll sleep for... we'll give ourselves one more. We'll add like a torch. Ooh, that torch does not do a lot. Let's add a stick. All right, so that's 2 minutes and 7 minutes. We're gonna sleep for 2 hours, and maybe that will get us enough. Like, you know, be helpful. What? Not when you sit on the ground and your behind gets wet. Well, yeah. I mean, okay. Look, we're much better now. We're in a way better spot. We are now not in like. I think we just have to sleep. All right. How are our gloves? Hey, our gloves are good now. They're grand. They're not. We're not having trouble with them. Life is excellent, right? So we just have to drink some water. It's the middle of the night, which is not ideal. I would prefer not to travel at night. But that is what we got. We're going to save right now. We're going to save. Yeah, so we didn't die. What we need to do at this point in time is we went and there was nothing there. We're at this space. I don't think we need to go. We need to get to this substation. Right here, that old substation. That's where we need to get so that we can then travel up this way to this trailer and then all the way up here. So I think the goal is to try to hit that substation. It doesn't seem that far. So, and I realize it's the middle of the night, but I don't think we have a lot of choice on this. So let's take some torches and see what we can do. This is it. We're gonna leave this fire burning, even though that's bad fire safety. I know that, but that's what we're gonna do. Our HP bar is out of the red zone. Because here's the thing, if we can get to an actual good spot, right? An actual... What's out that way? Not the way we need to go. If we can get to an actual good, healthy spot, then we can maybe actually sleep there. Oh, like get a good full night's sleep there and get ourselves back to life, back to reality, back to the here and now. Yeah. You know the song, right? However do you want me? However do you need me? However do you want me? However do you need me? Early 90s Euro disco. Soul to Soul, I think was the name of the band. Hey, look. And they're coming. Hold on. Fire. Light. Here we go. Because here's the thing. I don't have a lot of bullets. I have like 1 bullet. So we're going to have to do it this way. Not the way I want, but it is the way that it is. And as long as they don't attack me... Hello, wolves. How are you? Y'all. I wish I knew what that sign read. I bet that sign says, watch out, they're wolves. You know, like, it's very possible that's what it says. But there is the, right there, right above us, is the substation. Hi. Hi, wolves. How are you? I would kill you for food, but I have food, and I don't want to hang out here, and I have only 1 bullet. I feel like it's unfair that I only have 1 bullet. The wolves were unprepared for a terrifying red light. As well they should be. Hey, look. There's a truck here that I would love to investigate, but I have a torch, and I don't want to lose it. I don't want to put it out. I'm just hoping that that substation will give us joy. Joy that involves not being mauled by wolves. Y'all, there's so much I want to talk to you about, but I can't talk to you about it right now. Oh, hey, look. The old substation. That's great. Do you think I can search the supply bin and keep my... Looks like I can. Empty. Are you all following me here to the old substation? Because I really don't think you should be. I feel like... Oh, hey, look! A workbench! And a gun. And cloth. And a whetstone. Hey, look, all this is really good. We got some good stuff here, which... You know what? I feel like in the morning... Oh, rifle cartridges. I feel like in the morning, the wolves will go away, and we won't have to worry about them. And that's not just wishful thinking. That's not just me hoping, wishing and hoping. That's, you know. Also, seriously, yeah, they're right there. Here's what's what, though. I'm going to go into this building, because you know what's inside the building? Not wolves. Okay.
Some kind of substation control. A shelter. For me, anyway.
Okay, we got things. Our life is going to be good. Our life is going to be okay. We're going to search all the things, load up our encumbrance, grab more gloves.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Read notes, not die, sleep here, you know, get our health up. I mean, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. By the way, I will read that after I search everything, because I feel like might as well search everything first and then read it.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Maybe not, but it's worth it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I looked at the display of a sports shop. And on one of the windows, this is Ice Bunny. Display dolls looked bigger than an average skinny person. I went in and the assistant showed me a tiny display they had in leggings and sizes bigger than I need. Oh, nice. More choices. That's awesome. Hey, look. Work boots. Cargo pants. Y'all, this is going to be good. I realize that we are currently carrying more than we probably should be. But, yeah, we're going to take all this stuff in a moment. Like, in a second. This is good. This is good. We are in a much better place. Yes, we're in a better place.
What have we here?
Yeah, okay, we're in a better place. I realize that you're thinking, you can't see anything, and I understand what you're saying. But we're going to repair our clothing. And maybe, yeah. That's what we're going to do. That's an 85. What's this? New work pants, decent cargo pants. Worn combat pants, decent cargo pants. I wonder which one is better. I never know which is better, cargo or combat. This looks... What we'll do, that's what we're going to do. We're going to harvest those socks. Wishing and hoping and thinking and praying. So, what we have here is... So, I feel like the combat pants are probably better than the cargo pants. Is my thought. And so I'm going to, just in case, I'm going to repair. I can't repair while in the dark. Really? I see. Oh. These work boots are probably way better even at their lower... Yeah, so... we're going to have to do a little bit of... Yeah, we're going to have to do a little bit of working things out, right? We're going to have to, like... yeah, so we're not that tired, though, is the problem. But it is also the middle of the night. So what I think we should probably do, and we've got a little bit of time left, is... my thought is we try to sleep. Or, yeah, I think we try to sleep. Not the best thing ever, but it's the middle of the night and we should at least try. Hey, Artie Snack. Artie Snack, I was just thinking about you because I saw you. Am I always carrying more than I should? Maybe. It's possible. It's possible. You don't hear wolves out there, do you? Because I would find that less than ideal. I just feel like there are wolves out there, everybody. And I don't think I'm being paranoid. Let's see. Let's see. Imagine that. I don't want there to be wolves inside here. That would be the worst. Let's eat some more wolf meat. It'll not be okay. You bring the oxygen you need to be like. And then let's just drink a bunch of water. It's water that we need, but you know. Okay, so look, our health is way better than it was. What time is it? It is almost dawn, which is pretty decent. It is getting lighter in this building, which means we can probably... I wonder if we can repair things. What do you think? I mean, they might say it's still too dark, but let's see. Did we fail? I think we did. Repair. Repair. They probably won't. We failed. Maybe it's still too dark. Well, we'll search, and then we'll repair. That's just that's how we'll work it. It's fine. And while we're doing that, I get to read chat.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
I don't know. We are a little encumbered. A little more encumbered than maybe we should be, but we will unencumber ourselves soon. That is a... I mean, we will. We will. It looks like we're re-encumbering ourselves right now. I understand that. I understand that you're saying to yourself, but it looks like you're encumbering yourself. But we're just killing time until it gets more light, and then we can, you know, get rid of some encumbrance, is what it is. I think Comet gives more protection from wolves, but less for climate. It seemed pretty warm. You bought one of the leggings to test if I liked them, and they were on sale. Maybe a leftover from the summer collection. You cannot go wrong with long leg in black. I did get, well, 5 minutes? Okay. Already, Trooper, you should probably never play No Man's Sky. There's way too much to do, so I don't think you'll ever finish it. Actually, I have played No Man's Sky recently. Well, only once or twice. Because you know how Dot and I were playing Divinity Original Sin, Simply Divine, right? But then our schedules got way too inconsistent to people to stream on Wednesday mornings. But we're like, oh, let's play when we have time. Let's play No Man's Sky. So we played like 1 or 2, 3 sessions total over the summer. Again, scheduling. But we did play like once or twice, and I thought it was very fun. I did enjoy it. I mean, again, only like 2 or 3 sessions, but I thought it was fun. You should put I'm willing to commit myself to undercommit myself has the same energy as organization requires chaos. It was 3 sessions. So Blackrock, an oral history, volume C. I knew one of the first wardens out there. I cooked for him just like I cooked for the rest of them. Got to know him pretty well, as you do with folks like that. That fellow would throw these questions at me over dinner. What do you think about this, about that? I mostly shrugged, and he tried this on me. I mean, how did I know? But I'd been doing the same cooking during the war. I was used to it. He had a good head on his shoulders. Good enough for those kinds of men anyway. But he had some funny ideas about punishment. Lots of lectures and preaching type stuff. The land would fix them. The prisoners, I mean. The Black Rock Mountain. That being in that terrible place was their mission. I never understood any of it. I played No Man's Sky for a bit after the first big patch. It was neat, but didn't seem to have a ton going on at the time still. It seems like a... So, what I'm going to do... It seems like they have made a lot of patches, right? Like, there's just a lot going on now. Let's see, what can we pick up while we're here? And I've got a hacksaw, and we're going to just pick up more things. And I realize that you're thinking to yourself, why would you do that? Oops. And the answer is, what if there's cloth that I can use to repair things? And also, if I have too much stuff, I could put it all in one location, and then that's then it's all consolidated. So I'm consolidating is what I'm doing. It's very practical. Blackrock is never a good thing. Also, you know, don't...
Is it food or...
Name yourself Blackrock. Would be my thoughts. Storm Lantern. Do I have one of those? I don't. So we're going to take this. We're going to take it. I realize that we are, at this point in time... Oh, hey, it's a switch box. Way, way over encumbrance. Like, I do realize that. And I recognize the problems with that. But you just gotta give me, like, a little bit of a, you know, just, like, a little bit. It's a very different game than when it started. Yeah, I heard it's really, they've been continuing to change it and, you know, letterhead from a prison support company subcontractor. Linda, I know this is such a touchy subject, for you, given it's just you and him trading shifts this season, but please take a hard look at Sam when you see him. His check-ins are getting more infrequent and less coherent by the week. We're doing our best down here in Central to get you guys some more help this year, but you know how that goes these days. Well, that seems bad. Seems bad. I tried No Man's Sky somewhat recently and was almost overwhelmed by how vast it is. Yeah. Oh. Gotta find the... Okay, I only have 2 of the 4 bloodstained pages. It's fine. We've got to open some Blackrock lockers. We have some rumors. Okay, okay. Postal workers. Okay. I bet they're going to be power company workers. I bet they're going to be dead. I don't mean to be rude, but I just have that feeling that when I find them, they'll be dead. I mean, it's the feeling I get. Also more cloth. But look, it also looks like it is now getting lighter, and we might be able to repair things. Also, I feel like we can probably sleep here, maybe. I am not sad about that, right? Like, this is not a thing I'm sad about. I feel like... Also, I'm really worried about the wolves outside. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I am. I wonder if we could do anything with all this stuff. Maybe, maybe not, but let's see if we can repair our clothing, shall we? Before we go anywhere, because, I mean, we have to go soon, and we seem to be in a much better place, so let's repair these combat pants. Repair. Nice. Nice. Okay, so these combat pants... Oops. They're not as good as the work pants, at least at the moment. But... Wait. Oh, sorry. Right, the cargo pants are not as good. These combat pants... Okay, so the combat pants are warmer. Around the same thing, are warmer. The only thing is the cargo pants have... Actually, it looks like these combat pants are better in almost every way. So, since that is the case, we are going to harvest them. Because, again, right? Yes. Let's look to see what we've got. In terms of repairing clothing that have been eaten by, what do you call them? Wolves. We're gonna just... Look, this is that moment where we try to give ourselves the best chance of not being dead as possible, by repairing as much as we can, which also conveniently lowers our encumbrance. Also, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This ragged t-shirt has been mauled by wolves, apparently more than once, and I have to fix that right now before all of the badness happens. That was not something I realized was happening, so we're gonna deal with that. Oh, thank you, Voltail, thank you. We fixed the t-shirt, so, I mean... We have no cloth. I wish we had more cloth. Don't you? Wouldn't that be great if we did? If we, like, just had more cloth, but we don't. And I wish we did, but... On the plus side, we've really dropped down a lot of our encumbrance. So, I mean, there's that. Yeah. I also just feel like we should look to see if there's anything we can... I wish we had more, what do you call it? I wish we had... what do you call it? I wish we had some stuff to make better things. Like, I wish we had some rabbit skin and deer skin and it was cured and it was all dried out and it wasn't hanging out that one building where it's currently hanging out, but it is, and what can I do about that? I think that this is going to be my life. That said, I feel like right now we should just take a look at a couple of things and clearly drop that flare. And if there's anything that we can repair, we should probably repair it while we're here. And then we will sign out for the day. So I talked already about where you can find me. Let's repair this. So I talked about where you can find me for the next week. We've got Vampire, Montreal by Night, which you should be excited about. I'm really excited about it. I'm playing a vampire named Lucky. Let's see if Lucky is a lucky vampire or bad things happen to Lucky. We will find out. Prax is playing a vampire named Flory, which is also exciting. What else? What else can I tell you all? Pope is playing a vampire named Artie, because we want to play characters whose last names end with an I sound. Because why wouldn't we want that? That seems like the best thing one could ever do. Oh gosh, this is Whetstone. You know what? We're gonna sleep here tonight, overnight, and that's how we're gonna end this, I think, because we're gonna. Yeah. This is what's happening. This is how it's going. We're gonna sleep overnight, and it's gonna be really great, and our life is going to be delicious. We made our coterie and everything, which was pretty good. And like our domain. So like we've done like a lot of really good stuff. I'm ready for that. And then Witcher Road's Home is starting up really soon. What else do I need to tell you all about all of that? Not Artery. Yeah, this is a good spot to start out for the next session. So I'm actually feeling good about where we are at in terms of, right? Like, this is a good spot. We're in a building. We're not bad. Everything will be fine. There will be no problems. I'm eating all of my wolf meat so that it doesn't go bad. And I don't have, like, just wolf meat hanging out, attracting the attention of wolves who apparently get jealous that I've been eating all of their kin. Apparently they don't like it, but what am I going to do about it? Y'all, there is more that I want to share with you that I cannot share with you until later, but we will get there. And I feel like I'm just checking to make sure. Yeah, we're just repairing and emptying our look, we're down to 49. Like, again, see, this is how it is. We just sort of make our inventory lighter and better as we get. Oh, I need scrap metal. Oh. Hey, there is scrap metal here that we can take, and I'm actually thinking I will harvest this for some scrap metal. I've got 2 of them. Why do I have no food? What was I doing? See, this is, well, but I do have some food, right? And life is, like, good. And I can't repair well in the dark. Well, everyone, this is where we're going to have to go. This is, I think, where we end it for today, except we'll just go to the bed, and we'll just go to sleep. Right? This is our joy. And be proud of me for, like, getting rid of stuff. And I hope Krellin's proud of me for, like, dumping a lot of things and not being as over encumbered as I could be. That's it. So we're gonna save and we're gonna go because it's that time, and I've got assets to make for tomorrow. A lot of assets to make, actually, because we're gonna be going solo next week. And tomorrow, and I'm very excited. And look, our health is completely full. I just would like to note for the record that our health bar is completely full up. We are not in the worst space ever, and life, I mean, it's still dark. It's, like, really dark. It is super dark, and I don't even. What are we looking at? Okay. I just at least want to get to a space where we can see lights. Here we go. I hope that when we come back, there's a window here, and we will see where we're coming from. Good. Okay, I'm going to save it. Great. And we're gonna quit out. Okay. Oh. Oh. Y'all, we got pretty far, right? I think we did. I thought we did pretty well. I think we did. Only to, like, proud as Papa. And like I also, you're so, oh, Voltail, I'm excited for Wretched 2. I'm gonna have I'm gonna have, you can't see it right now, but I'm gonna have the Jenga tower right over there. We'll be using this camera and this other little camera. I'm gonna see what I can do in terms of, like, I'm really excited to set this up really well. I've got some really good ideas for things, and we will talk. We will talk, but you know where to find me. Twitter at Academic Foxhole, Patreon at Academic Foxhole, which goes to go and support the shows on the channel. Trooper SJP on YouTube and also here, and that's Twitch, in case you're watching this on YouTube, and also we have a Discord which you come and hang out at. And I am going to go and make some assets. I've got overlays to make, I've got cameras to sort of set up, and I've got some food to eat, and I just want to say something. Thank you for being y'all. It has been wild, and it will continue to be wild, I think, for a little bit longer. So I want to thank you, and we'll talk. Y'all are the best, and so I will catch you on the flip side. Take care of yourself, and oh, we should probably raid someone. Because raiding people at this moment is like a good thing that we can do, because we don't have to worry about Critical Role. So let's go and raid somebody. Who do we raid? They got rid of. Oh, by the way, here's our raid command, and they got rid of the friends list, which is a bummer. So let's see who might be up and around right now. You know who's around right now? Wandering DM. So we're going to go and raid Simon. And I want to say hey to Simon, say hi to them, and, you know, give them love, that whole crew. And so we're going to go start our raid. And, okay, so give them some love when we get there. And I will see you maybe tomorrow for the Wretched, which will be a nice space horror game solo by myself, freaking out. And, you know, be the best. So I will see you all later, everybody. Bye.